The Florentine Jewish community has always been a very important part of the social and economic life of the city. Architects, artists, poets, and writers has vastly contributed to actually create Florence. This situation became particularly visible after the 1800s, after the emancipation of Jews, and lasted until World War II, when the Jewish bourgeoisie was perfectly integrated into the social structures of the city. Florentine citizens and Italian citizens, this was the consciousness of Florentine Jews that lasted until the times of Holocaust and returned after World War II. Let us discover together the fascinating story of Florentine Jewish community. An important moment in the history of Jewish community in Florence, 1437, when Abramo di Dattilo signed with Cosimo I the chapters for the 4 Jewish banks in the city. The Jewish community actively contributed to the economical life in Medici and Florence, but this relationship started to deteriorate first under Lawrence the Magnificent, with the arrival of the first Jewish immigrants from the Iberian Peninsula, and then already during the ducal time, during the rule of Cosimo I, when in 1571 the Duke established the Florentine Ghetto. The Ghetto of Florence, established by Cosimo I in 1571, was located exactly here, starting from today's Piazza della Repubblica and getting towards the baptistry. It was an enclosed area where Jewish people were forced to inhabit. Cosimo I made this decision to enclose Jews inside of the ghetto quite reluctantly because of his will to actually be blessed by the Pope as the Grand Duke of Tuscany. The ghetto was designed by Cosimo's court architect, Bernardo Buontalenti, who reused the pre-existing buildings, obviously adding some structures to create a fortress-like space. Walled out and that was able to separate Jewish community from the rest of the city. The original ghetto counted 89 apartments, 33 shops and warehouses that were closed inside of this block of houses. Inside there existed 2 synagogues, a slaughterhouse, squares and a well. The ghetto was closed in the evening and reopened in the morning, as Jewish people were not allowed to walk around the city at night. The residents of the ghetto were allowed to carry on 2 types of trade: money lending and the sale of second-hand clothes and clothes. It seems like a small trade, but in reality it was a high-volume business that allowed Jewish people to enter and establish big networking with the outside community. In the early 1700s, 105 families were actually living outside of the ghetto in a kind of big luxurious apartments with many servants. And so the Duke, Cosimo III, approved the project for the construction of Ghetto Nuovo, which were supposed to enlarge the initial space for the Jewish community. The arrival of the Habsburg-Lorraine family changed the destiny of the Jewish community in Florence. The properties of the ghetto were sold. In 1841, the census of the Jewish community listed 1,543 Jews living in the city, with 103 families living in the old ghetto and 141 in the new ghetto. But then, with the unification of Italy, the city of Florence had a completely different idea for this very space at the heart of the city. The ghetto was demolished as it was not occupied by the Jewish community anymore. The project was carried out between the 1480s and the 1490s with a big triumphal arch that you can see behind me leading into this major square. The introduction of racial laws in 1938 in fascist Italy obviously was a very negative breaking point in the history of the Florentine Jewish community. The situation got even worse after the beginning of the Nazi occupation. In fact, the members of the Jewish community were actually arrested by Nazi Germans and deported to the concentration camps in Eastern Europe. The collection point where they spent their last night in Florence was at Ospedale di San Paolo, close to Piazza Santa Maria Novella, from where they were transferred to the train station, and from platform 16 the trains departed on their last journey to Auschwitz and other extermination camps. Still today, those of you who take regional trains from Florence to Umbria or Rome pass next to the platform 16. Maybe in the rush you don't even notice the plates remembering about these dramatic events. Since 2020, Florence participates also to the international art project of the Stumbling Stones, which are little bronze plaques remembering the names of the members of the Jewish community arrested and deported from Florence. They are placed in front of the household where these people actually lived. Each plaque bears the birth date for a single person and the date of the death, remembering obviously that these people were murdered or assassinated in the concentration camps. After the demolition of the historical ghetto, the center of the Jewish community moved here to Sant'Ambrogio neighborhood, where in 1882, a few years after the unification of emancipation of Italian Jews, they built a new synagogue. It's a very interesting building, an example of Arab and Moorish influence, with a beautiful copper dome and an inside decorated with beautiful Moorish wooden patterns. Inside of the synagogue, you will find also the Jewish Museum in Florence, organized on the 2 floors and displaying many objects of furniture, objects of private devotion that tells the various stories about the most important celebrations, festivities and events in the life of Jewish community, such as marriage or a funeral. Many of those objects were donated to the museum by the members of the community, and they tell the private stories of the importance of this link between the community and the city of Florence. Part of the exhibition is also dedicated to the history of Jewish community in the city. Today in the neighborhoods you can also try some kosher food. Roots is a historical Jewish restaurant that serves vegetarian and fish-based cuisine, where you can try some excellences of Jewish food. On the other side of the street there is Baghetto that serves Jewish Romanesque cuisine. It's a branch of a restaurant that became a historical place for the Roman ghetto. If you want to discover the Jewish history in Florence more in detail, contact us for your custom itinerary.